Hello and welcome, FPL managers, and welcome to the Zonal Weakness by Ghana Football Fantasy. And of course, it's powered by Fantasy Football Scout. And look who's here. It's Bethany.
Feels like a
Hello,
long
welcome.
time. Thank you. Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
yeah, it is. It is. It's been a while. It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, thank you. Yeah, I'm very pleased the international break's over. I'm excited to get back to FPL. And it has. It's felt like a long time since we've been together, so it's nice to be back.
Yeah, yeah, and I think after some time we'll be exhausted because December has 7 game weeks. So get
Yeah, I might
ready.
be
Yeah,
regretting
get ready.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, get ready because we might forget to save our team and we might forget to make transfers and the game week already started. The next game week, I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
7 game weeks, crazy. It's going to get crazy. And I think by the time December ends or the year ends, we'll have 20 game weeks completed. So this is only 13. So yeah, get ready. Let's prepare. How was your previous game week? Game week
Well,
12.
I've
I know it's a
tried
long time
tried to
back.
forget it, to be honest. It was a bit of a disaster. I sold Haaland, and then obviously loads of people captained him, got his brace or whatever. I captained Watkins. I had Simicus on my bench because I thought he wouldn't start after not starting the time before and then playing terribly midweek. And yeah, so his points were sat on my bench. So I had a huge red arrow down to 1.9 million, which was delightful. So I took a -8 at the start of the international break to bring Haaland back, getting Saka, so that I could afford it. Basically, it's taken me down to nothing in the bank. So I either went early or risked being priced out of it. So yeah, it was a week to forget, and I'm hoping to move on from it. What about you? I think you had a bit of a better week than me.
Well, yeah, you can say it, put it that way. But the truth is, I still had a red arrow, and guess who's the player? Because I had Haaland and I captained him, and of course I got quite a good amount of points. But the thing is, the player that costed me and got me the red arrow is Simicus. I just couldn't believe when I was looking at live FPL and I saw Simicus is the reason as to why I got a red arrow.
Crazy.
It
He was
was
in
a bit
nobody's
of a
teams
like,
like a few weeks ago, and now suddenly he's giving you a red hour for
yeah,
not owning him.
yeah. And he was the one with the skull, the danger sign in live FPL. So I was like, wow, okay, okay. So there you go. But anyway, let's hope lucks will luck are going to change, and let's hope that things are going to turn, and it's going to be better for better. Of
Yeah,
course, you've taken -8, and you've got in Haaland, and you've got in Saka, so it's good,
things are
good
looking up.
moves.
Things are
And
looking up.
for yeah, it's already looking positive, and I think these are good moves. But yeah, let's hope the Zonal can do. So let's get started. And of course, this is the game week 13, the Zonal Weakness. And before we get started, please do give us a follow and a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because everything that we're doing, you can see there. So we would appreciate all the kind of support that's coming from you and all the data that you see for the Zonal Weakness, but also all the posts that we put on our Facebook page, but also on our YouTube channel, the podcast that we're doing are all taken from the Fantasy Football Scout members area. If you're interested in the membership, then please do get in. Click on the link on the description below. And I don't think so it's 30% right now, but I think it's come down to 20%. So, but yeah, still a fair, good deal, I would say. So please do go click on the link in the description below and you will get your membership with 20% discount. Right, Bethany. So this is how it looks.
Yeah. So
What
I think
stands out?
well, those people who've already looked at their like bus teams for the week, I think will already be yeah, already a bit worried because obviously loads of the teams that we're all invested in kind of play each other this week. So you've got Liverpool and Man City playing each other, Spurs and Villa playing each other, Newcastle and Chelsea playing each other. So lots of the teams have quite tough fixtures this week. So obviously, like we've got most of us have Salah, Haaland, that kind of thing, and none of them are standing out on the zonal weakness because they're playing each other. But some of the ones that do stand out, Bowen. Quite a lot of people are already invested in Bowen, but obviously he pulled out of the second match for the England game. So he's just somebody to keep an eye on just to check whether or not he's going to play this week or whether his injury is more serious and how serious it is. So one to keep an eye on. But if he does play, it's looking really good for Bowen this week. From a Arsenal point of view, I think Saka is somebody definitely want to start to get back in for those people that sold him. He's fifth for chances conceded this week down the left flank against Brentford. So I think Saka could do really well here. We've got Villa, and although they're up against Spurs, actually, quite a few of their players are standing out. So definitely keep the faith. I know Watkins owners, it's been a bit tough because he's been missing big chances and things, but he's getting those big chances. So, yep, and the same with Cash. Like they're not keeping the clean sheets and things, but again, from an attack, he's still got that attacking chance this week again with the crosses conceded. So yeah, keep the faith there with your Aston Villa players. I think this week, somebody that's really standing out for me this week that if I could do anything to get him in, I would do. If I hadn't taken that -8, this would be my transfer this week, is 𝐙𝐴. I love him when he's fit. And obviously he's standing out with the first for chances conceded down the left flank against Luton this week. So really like 𝐙𝐴, and again, second left flank for crosses. I think he's a great shout. So if you've got a bit of money in the bank and you're trying to get rid of some of your cheaper midfielders, like I've got Douglas Luiz, I'd love to be able to upgrade. If Bowen's out and you want to downgrade somebody, that kind of thing, I think he could be great if you're looking for a cheapish fourth or fifth midfielder. 𝐙𝐴 is definitely somebody I'd be looking into. And he's got some nice fixtures in the long term too. Wolves, they've got some nice numbers here from the weakness side of things. Kuna and 𝐻. I'm not thrilled by them as long-term fit thing, but I don't dislike them. They're playing quite well at the moment, Wolves. So if you wanted a punt and go a bit different to anybody else, definitely one to look at.
Well, I'm staying away from Wolves, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not getting down there because there was a lot of hype about 𝐻 a couple of weeks back, I think. And then, yeah, it was equally disappointing. And I think there were a lot of people who were telling me that, don't do it. And I did it. Yeah, just didn't listen to the advice. But yeah, anyway, let's move to the next slide and let's see what stands out here.
So obviously there's not loads of different teams here that have got good zonal weakness matchups this week. You've got Man United, obviously, there. And while if you're still a Bruno owner, you may as well play him this week. I wouldn't be selling him. Rashford obviously looks a bit better at second rather than fourth for Bruno, but I just don't trust Rashford right now. So I'd probably be avoiding. Hold Bruno if you've got him, but I wouldn't be buying any of them. Chelsea, I really like the look of. They've got some fixtures, and I've got my eye on them for a few weeks coming up. And normally I'd have said it's Newcastle. Newcastle are known as having a good defence, that kind of thing. I'd avoid for now. But with all of the weakness in Newcastle at the moment, they've obviously got a lot of injuries. They've got that kind of trying to keep on top of midweek games and stuff. They're not quite the Newcastle that we're used to. And Chelsea have been doing incredible the last few games against good big teams. They've been coming away with 3-4 goals. So actually this game could be a massive game. So getting someone in early like Sterling could be a great shout this week. Bit of a differential, but actually you can hold him for the long term because their fixtures turn soon anyway, and we'd be looking to get Chelsea players in. Other than that, doesn't look great for Newcastle this week. And something that's a bit interesting as somebody that's again interested in Solanke, and I know quite a few people have got Solanke as maybe a second or third forward. Sheffield we think of as being a terrible defence, but actually looking here, nobody's standing out. They've not got great numbers. So although you might be tempted to play Solanke, there may be better options in your team.
Yeah, and I think the only player, to be honest, I'm quite, again, Almiron seems to be coming every week, but yeah, I'm still doubting him. But yeah, keeping an eye, but just still not very convincing. But yeah, good shout on that Chelsea boys, to be honest. Yeah, something to keep an eye on. And Modric seems to be the one who's catching the eye, to be honest. So stay away from Manchester United. That's one thing I would just like to say that.
Definitely.
I think let's make it very clear to the audience. Yeah. All right. This is the most strangest team of the week that I've ever seen. So
it's absolutely bizarre. It's just Yeah. I mean, we've talked about a couple of the players already. Your Saka, Bowen, Eze, I think could be great picks this week. Adingra, I like Adingra as well. And I know some people already brought him in because he's cheap. And he already returned for owners, I think, maybe in the last game week. So he's not a bad shout again as a cheap 4th or 5th midfielder. Mitchell is a great other option. I know quite a few people have already invested in the Palace defence. Maybe they've already got Anderson or 𝐙𝐸, but if not, and you're looking for a cheap defender, Mitchell could be great. I'd avoid Emerson. I think quite a lot of people have already got Areola, and West Ham aren't doing great defensively, so I definitely wouldn't want to be doubling up there. And yeah, like we've said, I'd avoid Man United, so Højlund's a no-go for me. And Wolves just aren't consistent enough or exciting enough. So I'd be avoiding probably Kuna and @Nuri as well.
Yeah, the only thing that I really, the first look, and even if I look deeper in this team, the only thing that tells me, from my own team's perspective, is play Johnston. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it says. I mean, Saka is there, so it's okay. But beside that, I think, it's not the ideal team of the week that I've
no, it really isn't.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like
what the data says.
Yeah, this week's going to be one of those ones that it's going to be really frustrating. It's going to be a couple of players here or there that are very unpredictable, and it's just going to be luck. I feel this week with all those big games, players playing each other, and players like this apparently the best options for the week. I think we could see some big swings this week.
Yeah, I don't know, but every time we think that it's going to be bad, it usually turns out to be good. And
and the opposite
is going to be good. Classic FPL, right? Classic FPL. But anyway, thank you so much, audience, and thank you so much, Bethany, for joining. And it's good to see you back again. And glad that we're continuing. But December is coming, the busy month, and of course FPL is back. We're done and dusted with the international break for now. But until then, I wish you all the very best. Keep an eye on the press conferences and, of course, all the news that's coming in over the next 2-3 days. But until then, take care. Thank you so much, Bethany.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.